Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome back to our Journeyman Career Mode. Here we are. We have a new club. We are with Fiorentina in Italy. Now, this is an interesting challenge because we had a couple of options. Juventus offered us a gig as well as AC Milan. But, Juventus are top. And we've taken on Fiorentina. 15th place at the moment after 5 games. We start here in the middle of September. Now, the challenge gets worse from this. So let's have a look at everything that we need to take care of, and let's jump in to see what we can do here in the Italian divisions. Right, so we have just taken over this job. No youth requirements, no brand exposure. Continental success. Reached the final of the Champions League. Okay. Domestically, finish in a Champions League spot and win the Italian Cup. And no financial objective. So it's really all about us lifting this team. And, geez, they're not asking for much, are they? But we've come in off the back of a big title, finally in Portugal. So maybe the board has some expectations here. So let's see how things are tracking and what we can do with this squad. Obviously, no transfer window until January. So we're going to have to make do with what we've currently got. Right, so we are alive in the Champions League, apparently. So let's see where we are at. Where is... Oh, I guess we should also keep an eye on Gil Vincente. They sit top of Group G. And we are in Group H. Would have been interesting if we're in the same group. But Fiorentina, 1 draw, 1 point. An interesting group. We should be able to get through this. Let's have a look at the current squad. All right, so they're running a 4-3-3 without any traditional wingers. So we'll need to do something about that. The midfield looks okay. Are we aging? 35 from Diego Carlos, 81 rated. He's going to 30. 26. What do we got here? 28. So I guess we've got a bit of a mixture. We've got a team that we can certainly build around, but we will need some reinforcements, and one of those will definitely be a striker. We'll see if we can bring Tremblay across. I mean, got a decent bench as well. Madison is here, but how old's he now? 31. And a couple more 80s. So we'll look to make some changes come January. Let's hope that we can just get these lads back on track and get them further up the table before we can make those reinforcements. Right, we do have some scouts, not all 5-star, but that's all right. We are in Iceland, we've gone to Italy, and we're also in Mexico. The scouts are back as we approach that January transfer window. This time we are off to Iceland, of course, Morocco, and New Zealand. And taking a look at the talent we found thus far, Magnusson, another goalkeeper from Iceland, 68 to 88. We'll see how that develops. Berardi, 69 to 89 from Italy. From Mexico, Julian Cesado, 66 overall, 75 to 94 potential. And Marco Guzman from Mexico as well, 78 to 94 potential. Thomas Cuneo from Mexico, 71 to 94 potential. So there could be a good little pocket of Mexicans coming through. Right, there wasn't much in the kitty, but there might be now. We have offloaded quite a few players, and even players like James Madison. He was 31. Let's cash in. Let's see how much cash we have to play with now. Right, so we have pushed our budget up to 299 million, but I think if we're going after Tremblay, that's probably going to cost us anywhere up to 190 probably. We'll see what we can do. We want the big man with us. Now, we have managed to move up from 15th. We sit in 10th. We are still well off the pace, and, yep, we've got to get moving. Right, we do get our man Tremblay, 180 million it's cost us. 125 grand a week, a 1.4 million signing bonus, but we've got him across the line, and that's a substantial upgrade in the front end. Goalkeeper, looks like it could be an issue, and Diego Carlos at 35 is starting to fall away, so maybe a centre-back. We don't have much cash left, and the right-hand side possibly need a winger. Right, I did a swap for our 78-rated Brazilian keeper for an Icelandic keeper, Hansen, 6'6", so maybe we can develop him. Still quite low rated at 79, but if we can get some growth, I think that'll help out. I want to concentrate here at centre back and probably the right wing. All right, Carlos is gone. 35-year-old sold for 10 million, and we bring in Bianchi Jensen, another Icelandic lad, 6'1". Centre back, where do we go to next? I really want a winger and probably another midfielder. Let's see if we can turn this team around quickly. Right, next man through the door. More Icelandic action. It's Hansen. He's at an 81. Currently was playing for Aston Villa. The 22-year-old joins us here in Fiorentina. The next man through the door is Rahman. Nada Rahman. He is Egyptian. He's a right winger. Could possibly be the Mo Salah regen. Possibly. We'll have to wait and see how that pans out. But just adding a little bit more depth to the bench. New player through the door is Christensen, and he is from Norway. It's a very much a youth policy here for DK. Kasten Rolly, or whatever his name was, got sent the other way, so it only cost us, I think, about 30 million. The 80-rated centre midfielder. You know, I don't think we're going to really get going this season, but we are definitely building for the future. Right then, the transfer window is now sharp. Madison went for 53.9 million to Juventus. Oscar left to Milan for 32.8. Silas leaves to Hellas Verona for 29.3. Enrique, 7.8. We're having a clear out. Jovic goes for 32. Mandragora for 18, Rodriguez for 11, Murray for 5.7, Kalikar 21 million, Dagam goes for 8.3, Tremblay comes in for $180 million. Hansen comes in for 19.4, plus Deliviero went the other way. Jensen comes in for 33.8, DePaul the other way. Diego Carlos leaves for 10.2. Hansen comes in for 10 million plus Kone. Icone. Rahman comes in on a free. Fiorini leaves to Norwich for 2.9. Christensen comes in for 34.1 plus Castorovilli. Bianco leaves for 8.5. And we've had a clean out. There's not much of a squad left. And that leaves us looking like this. I mean, we've got 80s across the board. A couple of 80s on the bench. But yeah, a couple of injuries and we're right in trouble. But of course, we can bring in some of the Youth Academy players. Hansen needs to get growing. Let's hope that he can do that in the second half of the season. Our scouts head out again, Northern Ireland, Norway, and this time I've sent the Bulgarian scout to Iceland. All right, let's have a look at our academy. Magnuson, 76 to 84. Nah, see you later. Barati, 78 to 86. We can hold for now. Salcedo, 85 to 94, looking pretty decent. Ibrahim at 69 to 89. We've just picked up from Morocco. Cano, 82 to 94, and Guzman is now a winger, 83 to 93 potential. Right, Julian Cicero wants out of the academy, and that's fair enough. 17 years of age, 66 rated, 85 to 94 potential. It'll be a big one for the future. So let's promote him up. Barati can get a gig as well. We'll bring in Ibrahim and Guzman as well. Right, we did get through our group, Group H. We do finish on top, and Gil Vincente finished on top of Group G. The round of 16, and we've beaten RB Leipzig 4-3. Gil Vicente beat Napoli 2-0, so quarter-final time. PSG are currently down 3-1 on an aggregate against PSG, and we've drawn Barcelona. Well, Gil Vicente knocked out by PSG 6-2, the aggregate score, but we've knocked out Barcelona 4-2 into the semi-finals when we've drawn Juventus. Right, unfortunately, well, PSG have beaten Real Madrid to make the final, and we've been knocked out by Juventus in the semi, so it's a PSG-Juventus Champions League final. Wasn't that the same as last year? Now, there are only a couple of games left in the regular season. We sit in 4th position. They want us to qualify for the Champions League. So, geez, we probably need to get another couple of wins under the belt. I think we play Bergamo Calcio in the final game of the season. But the story unfolding here is that we are in the Italia Cup final. It is against Juventus. So, I think we'll play that match. All right, ladies and gentlemen, it isn't the final game of this season, but it is a cup final. We are taking on Juventus for the Italian League trophy. Yeah, I mean, we can't win the title, but maybe we can get our first piece of silverware here in Italy. We just have to beat Juventus. Let's have a red-hot crack and see how Tremblay is settling in Italy. All right, ladies and gentlemen, here we go. It's an Italian Cup final. Darwin Nunez playing for Juventus. It is 2029. There's probably been a massive shake-up in most lists these days, but I think we've recruited well. Brought in some key players, of course, Tremblay up top. And hopefully he can have a big impact here for Fiorentina today. There's the coveted trophy that we're after. And let's hope if we win it that we get a trophy presentation as well. As, after Portugal, geez, I feel a little bit hard done by, but this looks like a strong Juventus side as well. We'll have our work cut out for us, but let's see if we can get the job done. DK with a determined look on his face. Oh, there's the first goal. Darwin Núñez just slips through like a hot knife in butter. Well, it always takes you a little while to get accustomed with a new team. Of course, we haven't played with them yet. We've really just developed a squad. But defensively, there was a massive hole there that Núñez just ran straight into and beats our young goalkeeper. It's 1-0. Plays it off. Raya. Oh, that's a finish! What a finish! Who is this lad? Is that the American? Reina, wow, turn and burn and deliver. Fiorentina back in the game at 1-1. And that was something special. The overlap run, cut back, found some space, and he's just whipped it. That's 1-1. DK loves it. And yes, Tremblay! Oh, Captain America makes it 2-1. And Fiorentina coming from behind can now have a 2-1 lead. Well, 180 million, you'd hope he could score goals with his eyes shut. And Tremblay has the finish. And we take the lead in this Italian Cup final. Just backed away, took his defenders, and then sandwiched between 3 men at once. It's never comfortable. He's found the finish. Good jump, good finish. 2-1. These through balls to Núñez. Jeez, centre-backs. We've got to mark him closer than that, lads. He can even spin a ball in his hand. Just look at this little run here. The centre-back's back away from him. Hansen off his line, but yeah, the Mohawk's not going to save you there, lad. 2-2. Americans combine. Reina pushes his way in again. Oh! Get in, lad! Well, I'm not one for normally using real players, but fuck me, if this kid can bring this to the table, find him in a career mode. Jesus. Absolutely on fire. Seen the space himself. And we regain the lead. It's 3-2. It's an absolute shootout here in this Italian Cup final. Get in, lad. To the keeper. And there's the halftime whistle. 3-2 to Fiorentina. There's Molina. Tremblay. Lovely drop of the shoulder. Whips his way forward. Lays it in. And there's a header for Mateus Núñez. 4-2 Fiorentina. 15 minutes to go. And we've got 1 foot in the door. 1 hand on the cup. Oh, Tremblay unselfishly there looks inside. And it looks like he's relishing his time here in Italy. Just a big drop of the shoulder to create that space. And the number 7 gets the finish. It's 4-2 to Fiorentina. Molina. Old man Molina does well. Cut out in the midfield. He's got back again. Wants some silverware here. Molina pushes forward again. Finds Hansen. Tremblay whipping his way forward, and he's gone deeper. And it's Reina. Oh, works the keeper. 4 to go. Here is the corner. The American looks for his American counterpart, and Tremblay. He's got a brace. It's 5-2 Fiorentina. Oh, get in, Captain America. Well, maybe it's Batman and Robin. Who knows? This is a partnership made in heaven. Reina just dropped one in. And Tremblay finished it off. 5-2. Well, I think we've got 5 fingers on the cup now. Get in, lad. Ball forward. Núñez lays one through. Tremblay looking for a hat-trick. Oh, he's got it! 6-2 Fiorentina. Mr. America, Captain America. Well, you pay the big money for a player. You want them to stand up in the big games, and he's fucking doing it here. 6-2, Juventus to the sword. Alex Tremblay, welcome to the big time. Get in, lad. And there is the final whistle. 6-2 Fiorentina here in the Italian Cup final. And it will be some silverware for DK in his first season in control. Came in September. Hasn't had a lot of time to really turn this squad around, but some big business there in January. And it's got them a trophy in the cabinet. Well, knocked out of the Champions League in the semis. Not going to win the league title, but I guess this is just something to hopefully keep the board happy. And we can look to progress on this next season. But, yes, some good changes to this squad. And some key players already here by the looks of things. Geez, wasn't Reina a revelation? Tremblay does the job. And we take ourselves an Italian Cup final. Well done, lads. I'll tell you what, that's an even contested game, even though there was 8 goals scored in it. 5-minute halves on Ultimate, we're playing 10 shots. I mean, it's quite reasonable, really. So maybe it is something that we look at for EAFC 24, which isn't too far away. Player performances, Tremblay, 3 goals, 2 assists. Giovanni Reina, 8.9 with 2 goals and an assist. So the Americans really doing the job, and Vega chips in. Nunez got a goal and 2 assists as well. So we're looking solid. Right, final Youth Academy report for the season. We found ourselves a few players here. Daniel O'Connor, 61 rated, 69 to 94 potential. Morten Simerson from Norway, 74 to 94 potential, central defensive midfielder. Ian Roche, 69 to 89 potential from Northern Ireland. Kanao still tracking nicely, 86 to 92. Ewan Ma from Northern Ireland, 74 to 94 potential. Cam Noel McGowan from Northern Ireland, 78 to 94 potential. And Mikkel Olsen from Iceland, 73 to 94 potential. Right, it is a very small squad, only 24 in it at the moment. But let's have a look at what's going on. Hansen up 3 to an 82. Camballera up 1 to a 72. Trumpet 84. We've still got a Iago Berardi showing great potential, up 2 to a 60. Jensen up 2 to an 83. What else have we got? Cicelo, no, potential to be special, up 1 to a 67. We'll need to get some loans. Molina probably needs to be shipped out as well now. He needs to go. He's retiring. Ibrahim, showing great potential, 61. Nunez is 30 now. So, yeah, we're going to need some midfielders. Christensen, potential to be special, up 2 to an 82. Vega, 85. And we've got some youngsters here that were already here. Hansen, 81, didn't get any growth. Reina, 85. Jeez, he's solid. Guzman, exciting prospect, up 4 to a 61. Rahman's an exciting prospect, up 3 to an 81. Tremblay, 92, of course. Tell up 1 to an 84. And Martinez, probably time to move on. So we did win the Cup, of course, 6-2 over Juventus. Champions League won by PSG over Juventus. Europa League won by AC Milan over Bayer Leverkusen. And the Conference League is won by FC Porto over Copenhagen. Just checking, Gil Vincente did win at the Portuguese league again, so that's nice. Well, Inter Miami, they're falling down the table a little bit since we left them oh so long ago. Right, player stats, of course. Well, Reina there with 15 goals. He played a full season. Of course, Tremblay only came in January, so he's not on the list here. Assist-wise, Reina with 11, so really doing some work there. And clean sheets. Well, Hansen came in January and picked up 8 from 19. So hopefully he can have a bigger campaign next season and we can be well on our way. Final standings for this season, AC Milan with 81 points. We managed to come from 15th to finish in 3rd, so a pretty good turnaround, and we can only hope to build on this. Can we get it done next season? Juventus dropped all the way to 5th, even though, you know, all the cup competitions, and Parma finished last. And that's where we finish today's episode. We'll be back with another season of Fiorentina. Can we win the title? We'll have to wait and see. We'll see you then. I'm Sparring DK. It's 5 o'clock somewhere, and you have a good one. The Sparring DK channel now has Patreon, and if you feel like just going that little extra step to help, the channel grow, you can go across to the website, pledge your allegiance to myself, and for $1 a month, you're basically putting it in a jar and allowing for us to go and buy some more beers and record some more beer drinking episodes. Thank you very much to the current lads that have gone ahead and supported the channel. Absolutely tremendous to see anybody willing just to give that $1 a month at this stage. I cannot thank you from the bottom of my heart. You really will make a difference in the future. So jump across there if you're that way inclined to the Patreon channel, sign up today, and we'll see if we can get some extra beer drinking episodes for you at home. Now, if you are looking for some more content, we've got a couple of videos, one here, and if you want to subscribe, there's a button right there. So go ahead, subscribe, and you'll be notified when the videos go live. Make sure you put on that notifications bell. We'll see you next time.